Hello, and welcome to another First Impression video. I'm Drew Wilson from FreezeNet. Today we're going to be playing the PlayStation 3 racing game Split Second. This game was released in 2010. So, I've got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's give this game a whirl. So, I haven't heard that much about this. I've heard a little bit about this game, not too much. The only thing I kind of knew about this game was that there was lots of explosions or something like that, and that's pretty much all I know. I think years ago, I think I saw a clip of this game on a TV show called Reviews on the Run. And I didn't really quite catch the name of the game in question, and it was whoa. I actually honestly thought the title of the
drift around the track to fill up one blue segment of your meter.
Drift for 1 second. Well, I tried.
Great. You have enough power to trigger a power play. Drive after the other test drivers, and when you see a target over them, hit the power button to set off the blast. Great. We need to get more power before we move on to the next stage. Enough to turn the meter red. Go for it!
This is sort of reminding me of Burnout in a way, actually. You kind of drift and did a whole bunch of stunts, actually, to kind of get those extra, like get a little extra boost. And Need for Speed actually did that too at one point, with Underground and Underground 2, I think it was. Okay, so we got that. Since this is just about getting drift, I don't have to worry about going too fast necessarily. This is actually a tutorial race, apparently. Yeah. There we go.
Nice. Now you can press the level 2 power button to trigger bigger explosions when you see a red icon above the other driver. Try it out. Okay, one final test before we wrap up. Take down multiple drivers using power plays.
Using power plays. Interesting. Yeah, so this kind of has like different traps or something like that, kind of nail other actual other opponents as I crash into the wall instead of drift. Yeah, like I think there's one game I can think of that sort of did that, and that was Rush 2049. Okay, so it doesn't have to be all at once. I was kind of worried about that a little bit there. I thought, wow, that'd be hard if I had to do it all at once, but not so much.
We're done. You did great. Good news. You made the show. Leave us to finish building this set, and I'll see you back here for the first episode of the show.
This is
Good luck.
kind of like just more movie set-ish, kind of playing in a movie or something like that. That's interesting. That's an interesting hook, in all honesty. So let's just go ahead and do the season. Sure.
This is Split Second. If you like insanely fast cars and explosive action, you've come to the right place. Over the next 12
I wonder if this is actually kind of somewhat inspired by Burnout, in all honesty, because you did have a lot of the high-end, like, crashing into opponents and crashing your opponents, that sort of thing, and this game sort of has that same feel. Sort of, kind of arcadey feel to it. Not quite like Ridge Racer 7, where it was almost like a slot car racing in some during the corners, but it does have that feel to it.
Drivers, choose your events carefully and remember to buckle up. It's about to get explosive out there.
Boy, that reminds me of Fear Factor, actually, where they had the explosive intro text sort of thing. So, standard race and elimination. Okay. That has a very Burnout feel. I keep referring to Burnout. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. So there is different cars with different stats. But you only have the 3. Yeah, sure. We're just getting a feel for the game anyway. It's not like small added features like an extra decal or two is gonna make that big of a difference. Drift, jump, draft behind opponents. So drafting is a thing too. Streamlining is, I think, is a similar name for that. Yeah, wreck your opponents, win the race. It has the it's interesting, actually. It kind of has like the statistics 7th place, where it's kind of like you're just underneath the car. That's actually interesting because most games have like a just a general heads-up display. This is kind of like more like augmented reality style. I've seen it before, augmented reality style racing, or not racing, but an augmented style game, and that is System Shock, like the original System Shock. And that sort of has similar idea where it just kind of pointed out different things and had like special little lines or whatever. It was kind of more of a 90s style augmented reality, but yeah, I'm not doing the greatest right now, but hey, it's actually been a while since I've done a racing game. Yeah. And with respect to that Rush 2049 reference, there was one specific track where you had like this, you basically had like little switches that you drove over. And when you drive over those, you can trigger different elements in the race. And in one instance, you actually had this giant, like, hammer-like bolt thing that just jumps out ahead of you, and it took out an opponent. And that's why I was reminded of Rush 2049 when I was first checking out this game right now. Getting close calls, so I'm seemingly avoiding things. Yeah, those helicopter bombs, though, it sort of reminds me of, there's a Need for Speed game, Hot Pursuit 2, and And that game, like if you could call helicopters if you were the cop. And that would allow you to blow up that would allow you to blow up your opponents and mess them up, and you could arrest them afterwards. So interesting. Like you can kind of see the comparisons and how different ideas evolve, even though it was so far back. So I just got distracted by the timer. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess that is it for Split Second. Kind of an interesting game. One thing I do like about when games actually incorporate some interesting ideas, or like from earlier games, and incorporate them into later games, and just kind of offer a new concept. Yeah, I think the kind of like trapping your opponents, that sort of thing. That I find interesting too. And it has a lot. It has the feel of a Burnout game, but there are definitely tie-ins from other games for sure that I've played in the past. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to playing more of this. So far it's been an interesting one. Yeah, so I guess that's it. So there's plenty of ways if you like what you see, and hey, you're wondering like how can I support you in any way, shape, or form. There's actually lots of ways you can do that. The first way, since you're probably seeing this on YouTube, is through liking our video. Just give us a thumbs up and let us know that, hey, this is a pretty cool concept, pretty cool idea, and a pretty cool video, and we like what you're doing, and we want to let you know that to keep it up. And another way you can do that, you can support us and you get benefits too, and it's all for free, is if you subscribe to us. Just click the notifications, get ups our subscription count, and you get to find out when we're uploading specifically our next video. And you don't even have to do a thing, just check out YouTube and you get the little notification on the side of the screen, and you can get directly to watching our videos. So that's pretty cool. If you really wanted to support us and want to be a little bit more intense with your support, there is also other ways you can do that. You can check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/freezenet. You can subscribe to different tiers, get cool inside information, and background, behind the scenes stuff essentially. And you even get stuff like podcasts, like in advance, that sort of thing. So that's really cool as well. And yeah, we have, and if subscription isn't your thing and you want to find other ways to support us, but you don't want to kind of have a commitment sort of thing, you can also support us via coffee.com/freezenet. And that'll help us. You can just basically give us a little tip to say, hey, you're doing a great job, and here's a little extra for this month. And you can do it that way too. We also have a full-fledged website you can check out. You can get more information about what we do, what we record, different video games, music reviews that we have. We have a full-fledged wiki. You can actually explore all sorts of kinds of music you may not have heard of before. And we have also the latest news and digital rights, that sort of thing. So it's all incorporated into a website, freezenet.ca. Definitely check it out. So, yeah, otherwise, if you want to comment on the video, like, feel free to tell us what you think about this game. Like, was it a good game? Do you have fond memories of it? Have you played this before? If you haven't, does this interest you? This is your comment section. You can let us know in the comments below what you think about this video and the video game itself and that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's it for now, and until next time, keep it cool.